Hello, my name is Fauziah Basri, and I would like to do a presentation about social media communication for awareness and attitude towards mental health issues. My paper ID is 3063. First of all, I would like to talk about the introduction, and it will be divided in two parts. The first one is mental health, and the second one is social media, Twitter. I believe that every human in the world has the right to have physical and spiritual health. A person who is mentally healthy is someone that free from mental health illness or mental health disorders, have a strong will on facing pressures, able to deal with problems, and understand their own capacity. Mental health problems in Indonesia must be a public concern. Why? Because in 2019, 15.6 million people are getting depressed, but unfortunately only 8% that getting medicated. The victim who is depressed and also committed suicide were those adolescents and in their productive age, around 15 until 29 years old. The number of cases and many tragic stories must be a public concern, and I think more cases can be prevented if people have adequate knowledge about the mental health issues and also have a positive attitude towards a person with mental health problems, especially a youth, so they can give appropriate response to the person who has mental health problems. Fortunately, we live in a modern era where information can be easily obtained and disseminated. Moreover, majority young people obtain information from social media such as Twitter because various social media can disseminate information quickly. And young people think Twitter have a valid information and knowledgeable people that involved in Twitter. But unfortunately, social media give negative impact to youth mental well-being and considered one of the causes of mental health problems. Based on the above consideration, this study aims to find out young people's opinions, knowledge, and response about mental health issues and people with mental health problems, and to find out the role of social media Twitter to young people about the importance of mental health. Next, we would like to talk about the mental health issues and social media. This study explores the benefits of social media, especially Twitter, to improve youth awareness and attitude towards mental health issues. Actually, the internet provides potential benefits for health behavior interventions, including faster access information and support, ability to provide up-to-date scientific knowledge, and so on. One of the main motives of youth using social media is social interactions, increased bonding relationship, and also reduced feeling of loneliness because believe me, youth people have a lot of friends in social media than in real life. Besides, the presence of social media make the users feel happier, and it could be the place to spread happiness and gain happiness from others. Also, it can be accessed so easily through your mobile phone and laptop and computer. Next, we would like to talk about the benefits of Twitter. Twitter provides several benefits, which is media to communicate and interact, giving a lot of new knowledge about social mental health, and opinion can be expressed freely in Twitter. Many users in Twitter provide encouragement and motivation, and it can be useful for others, especially for people who require motivation to get positive energy. Twitter also can be a platform that educate the public as well as a medium to influence the wider community about mental health education. Next, we will talk about the methodology. Based on the objective, the appropriate research method is qualitative method. Why? because it attempts to present the social world and its perspective in the world, such as behavior, perception, attitude of human being. For the data collection itself, this research used semi-structured interview, and the participants that we interview are year 19 until 25 years old. The data was analyzed qualitatively, marking the keywords and the key ideas, and used three levels of coding process, which is open coding, axial coding, and selective coding. And when the coding process is done, the researchers perform synthesis and conclusion. Next, we have result and discussion. The awareness and attitude towards mental health illness and towards person with mental health problems are grouped into three descriptions: knowledge, attitude, and action. While the role of social media for mental health campaign, Twitter, can be grouped into two descriptions: information and public figure. Awareness. Knowledge. Awareness can be seen from their knowledge of mental health. The informant with adequate knowledge was seen to have better awareness, and they gain knowledge from the media by self-educating, discussion on the social media, looking at the events around them, personal experience, they met a real person who have mental disorders, and they sought to find out more about mental health problems. The informant are aware people experience depressions and anxiety. They also understand that depression is the first step of a mental health disorders, and it can lead to a more severe level of dangers. The informant are all concerned about the lack of a variety of information about mental health education in Indonesia, and they insist the mental health education is very important and urgent. Secondly, attitude. All informants have a positive and supportive attitude towards a person who have mental health problems. They were not judgmental at all on people who experience mental health problems, and they believe that social media can be beneficial because the sufferer can get social support and can be helped immediately. Informants even regret that many people still criticize with sarcasm words that postings and relating mental health problems with religiosity, though in reality those are very, very different. Third, action. The informant will try to be a good listener, build emotional bonds, and build sense of trust and security that makes the sufferer feel comfortable and can openly telling their problems. All informants try to build a supportive social environment and will help their friends who is experiencing mental problems to seek expert help and not try to do a self-diagnose. In all, the knowledge and positive attitude towards mental health issues gained from the information and knowledge that shared in social media. The role of social media for mental health campaign have two descriptions: information and public figure. Information. Twitter is a social media that provides a variety of complete and accurate information. They consider the informant consider that Twitter is more reliable and credible because many Twitter users who are experts or academics. However, information that refers to education about mental health from health organizations on Twitter is still rarely found. Therefore, the level of awareness towards mental health issues is still low, and people are not very interested in information about mental health. Secondly, public figure. The role of public figure to build awareness and as an influencer on every mental health education campaign is enormous. Therefore, all mental health organizations should optimally utilize public figures who showed attention to mental health issues to build public awareness and educate society. These study results show that youth are starting to care about mental health issues and have already demonstrated a fairly good knowledge and attitude on this issue. So, What is needed is massive activities and promotion of mental health education programs and spreading them through social media platforms because most of youth using social media as a reliable source of information. Last but not least, conclusion. Youth showed good awareness and positive attitude on mental health issues. They already have awareness of mental health issues, also have a strong will to do right action to support person with mental health problem, and they totally understand the importance of mental health education. Therefore, education about mental health needs to be encouraged to expand its reach to a broad audience by utilizing social media. Social media plays an important role to raise awareness of the importance of mental health issues, especially when the mental health organization can utilize public figure as an influencer to gain public attention and public engagement on every mental health campaign. That's all my presentation, everyone. Thank you for listening. Remember, if you believe, you can. The power of mind. Thank you.